What's going on, guys? My name's Corrupt and welcome back to Identify That Base. In this episode, we're going to be going over the strongest hog attack strategy at Town Hall 10, the Pekka Hog Attack Strategy. There's a lot of different things to cover with this attack, and really, I hope that you guys do enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see next in terms of this series, and also let me know if you guys are definitely enjoying this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of these episodes, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you guys can see all of these. Let's go ahead and jump in to the first example we have here for you guys. So we're going to be first taking a look at this base design right here. Now, the key aspects of this attack is it's just like any hog attack strategy that you would typically use. However, you are bringing in Pekkas rather than bringing in a golem or a queen charge. I'm going to say that this is the strongest Town Hall 10 hog attack strategy at Town Hall 10. So this is almost a must learn. And hopefully that then with this video, you guys will understand this attack strategy just that tad bit better. Now, this attack strategy is mainly looking for the Town Hall to be adjacent. On this base design, you're going to see it is adjacent. Notice where the queen is placed. The queen is in the center of the base. So these are things that you're looking for. Now, the queen isn't always going to be centralized. However, if the queen is near some sort of value. So let's go ahead and first take a look at some entry points. Obviously, you wouldn't enter in from up here. The main thing is your wall wrecker would get no value. You want the wall wrecker to go to the Town Hall, but you don't want to place it, right here, and it's just going to go straight to the Town Hall getting no value. So you want to make sure that you place your wall wrecker away from it. So usually, let's take a look at this area. This is a great area of value. If you notice, the queen, CC, and king are placed roughly near each other. And also you can see is that you can get some extra pieces of value, such as a multi-inferno, wizard towers, cannons, a bomb tower, and an expo. Again, what you're primarily looking for is anything that hits ground, so really including the splash buildings. That includes the bomb towers, but then also the CC, queen, and possibly the king. And if you can get those, then that is really, really good. You're just looking for a great entry point. The other thing that you're looking for with this attack is trying to get some sort of pathing. Now, with this attack, I will say this, you can get very easy pathing and a lot of good value with this attack. Trust me, I've seen it so many times where this attack strategy has really done well. So that's really how you identify like something like this. Definitely an asymmetrical base design, but usually sometimes you're going to see where these bases are definitely a little bit weaker in terms of this attack based on where that Town Hall is placed. So one of the biggest things that you guys have to do with any hog attack, or really any attack in general, is funnel. Funneling here is very simple, either bringing a baby dragon or, using the king on that side. Usually you want the king to go in with your wall wrecker and also your queen. But then you also want the Pekkas to go in as well. Sometimes you'll have some of the Pekkas go in. Again, the number of Pekkas depends on your personal preference. Usually I see 3 or 4 and nothing more than that. Now usually you are going to have to deal with the CC, but in this case it was a Lava Hound CC, so not too much to deal with. However, with something like this, you want to make sure that you create that wide funnel so everything goes in. Then you want to bring in bowlers in your wall wrecker. You can bring Valkyries too if you want, but bowlers are so much better, especially with this attack. Almost like a Go Hobo, but instead of bringing any golems, you're bringing in the bowlers and also, Pekkas. So instead of any of the golems. Now, let's go ahead and pause here right here, and let's talk about the hogs. Hogs are really important. How do you identify where you're going to start your hogs? Well, it should be in an area where there's a ton of basically defenses. You really want them to go to those defenses. How do you understand the pathing? Well, you'll notice that some of them placed here are moving in towards the archer tower. Some of them are moving towards the mortar. Then what's going to happen is they're either going to meet up or they're going to start to split. So some of them may go to this double cannon, and after that they may go to either the expo or to the archer tower. It depends on where their position is and their sight range. So it's really important that you kind of take a look at that when you guys are doing this. Now, surgically placing them is fine. You can either surgically or spam them in. It's up to you. But usually as you enter into the base, that is how you're going to do it. Usually surgical is a little bit better since you can spare some hogs and go through. Now, one of the biggest things is, especially against splash and small bombs plus giant bombs, can really do a lot of work against hogs if placed correctly. And you can see the heal spells are being used to heal up those hogs in the groups. They work better when the hogs are not split. So something like this, you wouldn't heal those 2 hogs. You would heal the group. So that's something to keep in mind. We are going to talk a little bit more about the hogs as we get through the rest of this video, but definitely that is one way of doing this attack. Sometimes you may see a Tesla farm, just like in this one. Very weird. However, a great example of the heal spell being used with the group, and that is what's really, really important with this attack. So this kind of gives you a basic fundamental of exactly what this attack strategy is and how to identify. Let's go ahead and continue that with the next replay we have. So here we go, we've got another replay, and this base design is a tad bit different from the last one you saw. So let's go ahead and break it down here. So obviously, first and foremost, looking at where the town hall is. So now that you've notified that, you could enter from, let's say right here. That's a possible entry point. See, you can get some sort of good value from it. However, in this one, you're actually going to see something a little bit different. Rather than hitting from there, you can get roughly the same value, but even better from around the 12 o'clock area. So the main reason that I'm pointing at this is because notice where the queen is placed, where the CC is. They're in the center of the base. But notice all the other value you can get: bomb towers, archer towers, wizard towers, the cannons, expos. So you can definitely get those, but the one thing that you are going to miss is the king. But again, as I said before in the beginning, you don't have to go get the king. That's not necessary. So when identifying this base, you first identified where the town hall is. It's opposite. You should be able to use the wall wrecker to get over to that queen. Not a lot of DPS where the wall wrecker will pop in like the second layer of the base. You can then get a little bit deeper into the base. In this one, he decides to use party wizards in the 7th year anniversary for Clash of Clans. However, again, they're not necessary, especially if you guys are watching this that it's not August. So using wizards is completely fine. They're a great way to set the funnel. Definitely a beautiful way. And if you can get any of the Pekkas to go into the base, that will help you a lot, and you won't regret having any of those Pekkas not go in. But in this example, none of the Pekkas go in. Usually you see that. And the same thing is, the queen didn't go in. However, the queen didn't need to go in because of the ice golem CC. Sometimes you'll see that, but usually you want the queen to go in. In this example, kind of not so much. So you just gotta make sure that you take out that CC, especially if it is a damage CC with a baby dragon, or electro dragon. We can see with this one, getting a lot of value here from that outside. Using the bowlers to get the Inferno is really important as well. So you can see, got a lot of value from the kill squad, and the wall wrecker made it all the way down to that multi-Inferno. You wouldn't think that you would get there, but because the DPS is so spread, that allows the wall wrecker to get as deep as it can within the base, and then allow the bowlers to get some sort of extra value from it. And again, you're using the heal spell and the rage over them because they will need the heal spell. You do not want them to die like almost instantly after they pop out of the wall wrecker. You don't want that to happen. So then when you start to send in your hogs, you want to make sure that you send them in groups or even just spam them in. But the heal spell should be placed when that group will meet. So it's really, really important that you guys do that when you're using hogs, no matter if it's this strategy or something else. Now, another thing to deal with is the skelly traps. Now, how do you deal with the skellies? Well, you're gonna have to deal with them with a poison. Usually, I would recommend using the max poison against the CC and the non-maxed against the skellies. Again, you can probably do it vice versa, but it depends if your queen goes in. The max poison should be able to take out a baby dragon, so it's usually a good idea to have that max poison take out the CC if it's a damage CC. and then using the small, or your poison, I mean, to take out the skellies on the back end. So usually you don't want the entire group of skellies, especially if you've already pulled the 3 skelly traps, having 15 skeletons on there, all harassing your hogs, is really, really important. I kind of paused it there by accident. But you guys definitely can see, again, they avoided the king and they didn't need to get it. So let's go ahead and show you guys the last example we have here for you guys. So in this last example here, what you see here is the first of all, again, town hall is on the opposite side, so that's good to identify this. But the next thing is, where's that queen, where's the king, and where is the CC? Well, it looks pretty easy to go in from, this multi-inferno. Pretty accessible, along with the other multi-inferno if you can break into the CC compartment. And it looks like you can get a lot of extra value, such as 2 wizard towers, maybe that bomb tower, maybe the 2 expos at least. That looks pretty solid for enough value. That looks like it's almost going to be half of the base. It's almost look like you're going to gut the entire core. And that's exactly in this base that this is what's going to happen. So obviously the first thing that you do is you are going to set the funnel. So bringing a bowler isn't bad at all. Actually, sometimes it's usually even really good, especially if you can get a bowler bounce made. Sometimes you may not be able to get that, but other times you might be able to. Bowler bounces are really good to set a funnel, and it's definitely something to consider when you guys are doing this attack, or really any attack if you choose to bring the bowler bounce. Now, in this example, you'll see is that the wall wrecker is definitely going in that certain direction. The enemy king was already taken out. A clear funnel has been set. I was worried when I was originally watching this that the heroes would actually start moving on the outside, but that's not the case because there are dead zones. Dead zones are little areas of the base that have no defenses. So something like these areas right here, this area up top, and this area right near this wizard tower and the air defense. So you can see that it's pretty easy pathing in a certain case, especially with this kill squad. Because you can see he breaks into the CC compartment, gets rid of the CC, he's able to now pick off the multi-inferno and get more value than just what he was looking for, especially like with the 1 multi-inferno. But you can get more than that, especially if they're placed close together. And in this case, he guts the entire core. Look at that. Now you can perfectly tell from the top side here, there is some perfect pathing that you can now do. The pathing is going in a C shape. So you've got to kind of take a look at that and keep it in mind when you guys are doing this. And again, he's bringing in some of the party wizards, not all of them. So again, that's up to you and your personal preference, especially since it is the 7th year anniversary for Clash. But as you can see, using the poison there to get rid of the skellies, healing up the group as they move in, sometimes saving some hogs to go through the rest of the base. But again, this is just a complete overview of how you guys can do this attack, healing up the group. Sometimes you'll even have one last heal where you don't even have to use it and you can swag it. So definitely swag if you have any extra spells with any attack that you do. But there you guys go. That is exactly how you guys do this attack strategy. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe for more of my content, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss an upload. Let me know in the comments below what strategy you guys want to see next, and also let me know if you guys did enjoy it, and also if there's any feedback. I really appreciate it for this series. And if you guys want to go ahead and join the Extra Humanity family Discord or my Discord, the links are in the description below. And if you want to go ahead and follow my Twitter, the link to it is in the description below as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.